Good? Okay, first and foremost, we're going to say Kal Hala Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity on the four corners, across the four corners of the earth. Today I want to start off with Wisdom of Solomon, start off with chapter 1, or chapter 2, because, you got our people, okay, so that's you Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, and etc., that follow Esau and believe in Esau just because Esau shows a nice smile, okay, because Esau gives you benefits here and there. You think that Esau is on your side. Little do you know the mentality of these Edomites and what they want to do, not just with you and the earth, but with themselves as well. Okay, and Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 breaks that down a bit. Oh yeah, straight up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart.
That's right.
Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
That's right. So Esau understands this is the mentality of these Edomites, man. And guess what? 2/3 of our people have followed into this mentality as well. If they would understand reincarnation, they would know that the life they're living in right now is of importance. You got people living out their life like it's their last, and that's why they go to the extremes to do all kinds of wickedness, or rather, they go to the extremes to do things according to their own flesh, according to their own pleasures, not knowing that there's consequences for every action that you do, every thought you have, and you live out those consequences in judgment in your next life. Understanding that you think would make our people more prudent in everything they do, in every life they live. Right?
Verse 4, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
That's right.
Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present.
That's right, man. This is the spirit of all these different festivals. Okay, going out to clubs. We work all day, all night, Monday to Friday, so we can party all weekend. You see it on different social media platforms. Jake's all into that, right? But all that is the mentality coming from Esau, man. And the rest of the world is following suit. So they're living according to their flesh. But the men of the Lord are constantly staying diligent. Whether they have a break or whether they don't have a break, they're constantly staying diligent. Because if you break loose of character spiritually, you'll get lost in the wickedness of this world. Okay, it's a heavy pull. It's like a heavy magnet, just waiting for you to fall off character.
Right now it's Thanksgiving.
That's right. And you know what? On that, everybody's getting to that kind of spirit. That's another thing, because it's a so-called long weekend. So people are getting their drugs, they're getting their alcohol, and looking to celebrate a pagan holiday rather, and don't even understand what it actually represents. Our own people are gonna, you North American Indians, okay? Most of you guys represent celebrate Thanksgiving, not understanding what it represents. 98%, almost a complete genocide of your nation was almost done away with. And they still celebrate that to this day, and now the whole world celebrates that, man. Right?
verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth.
And you know what? I was talking about this earlier today. When you have a child, like 6, 7 years old, you buy an expensive toy for it. In a matter of 2 weeks, that toy is dismantled, right? Okay, it's just using it anyhow. It's exactly how Esau is with the beasts of the field, all right, and the many different herbs of the field. They just use it up. They have no balance to what they do, and you can see it in the animals, man. We don't even have real meat. You don't even understand if it's real meat or not. You know, so Esau is using up everything without any balance. That's complete wickedness.
Like you have the state of Buffalo in United States. It was called Buffalo for a reason because it was flush with buffalo, right? Now there's no buffalo because the so-called white man, he hunted them all down and he misused the, the animal's fur, the food. He just killed them for no reason.
Yeah, it's a sport now. Hunting's a sport.
Yeah.
You'll see Edomites hunt animals for not even for food, just for sport, and take pictures and take pride in that. That's an example of that.
Yeah, that's a great point on the buffalo, because I don't know if you know this, but if you get a baby buffalo and you put a lamb side by side, you can't tell the difference. And that's the lamb-like beast. That's what you're watching here, America. That's where that's where we are in this wickedness. Okay, and as the brother mentioned at the beginning of the reading, real quick, it says these people don't smile. Okay, or sorry, they smile a lot. It's a lot. They smile a lot. As I just did a video on Andre Emmett, and that son of a gun, Israelite, so-called Israelite, all he did was smile when he was in the public. He smiled a lot, but this guy was unhappy. Okay, and you know what happened, right? He was taking care of his family. 2:30 in the morning. 2 times 3 is 6. 2:30 in the morning, he got his head blown out in his car. What was he doing out there, right? But this is the guy that's always smiling. So that's you 2/3 out there. You're always smiling, and you're smiling for the wrong reason. That's why the Most High gave you what we call I call it a 619. You got a 619. That's what you got. Andre Emmett, right? But that's a good thing, Andre, because you're not here anymore. Your spirit's gone, and your family is here, and they got to suffer like the rest of us. But guess what? You're suffering for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we're here. Go ahead.
Khan, I was just gonna piggyback off the brother's point. 2/3 of our people smile out of ignorance, because they don't actually, 2/3 of Israel, out of ignorance, the state that they're in and the society that they live in, willingly, or actually it's willingly now because there's no excuse. So they smile out of ignorance because they don't want to think about what's really going on. They don't want to believe that that this society is going to be destroyed. They don't want to believe in the downfall of this kingdom because this is where they reside. They love this kingdom, and they love Esau. They love Esau's way. They love this kingdom.
Like you said, because they have hope in Esau, they thinking that he's gonna have a change of heart. That he's eventually gonna put them up in status, and the world's gonna turn around.
That's right.
And it doesn't work like that.
That's right. That's right.
I just wanted to give a quick meaning to the word restless. Okay, restless. It says in the form of an adjective. It says of a person, animal, unable to rest or relax. Okay, as a result of anxiety and boredom. So you got to know your words, because the smile. That fake smile that's out there, man, it's all about these words. That's what these people are about. Okay? And the men of the Lord cannot be bored in this kingdom. Okay? Because we're not doing our own thing, man. We're led of the Spirit. If you say you're bored, you gotta check yourself. You're restless. You're really restless.
And lukewarm. And lukewarm.
That's what this is going into. All right? So anyway, that's all I got on point of restlessness. And also that word, another word for that is calm. Calm expectations. Right? Chip is going off right as you sleep in your dopey existence, in your boredom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Quick,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, I got a quick precept back on the brother's point here on being bored. This is 1 Peter 2 and 5, and it says, Ye also as lively stones are built up as spiritual houses and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh by Yahushua Mashiach. Wherefore, as it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief